Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about an article that I saw that was talking about getting rid of all the taxes associated with the silver and gold bullion. Now, this is down in the States. I live up in Canada, so it's not really affecting me too much. There are some things up here in Canada that are affected by the tax. The silver bullion stuff isn't. And even this, the gold that I have in front of here, this 4/9 pure gold, this stuff isn't taxed. Like this is Canadian gold, and this is some Australian 4/9 fine gold here. Didn't have to pay any additional tax on this stuff. But I would have to pay taxes if I were to buy the American Gold Eagle, because it isn't a pure gold coin. It's that 22 karat, so it's just under the 92%. And on other things like those old gold coins, the old circulated coins like the Dos Pesos, and a bunch of the other ones from the in Europe, like the ducats and the francs and the guilders. Up in Canada, I'd have to pay tax on all those coins that aren't the pure gold. But that's basically the only tax issues that I have up here in Canada that I've run into so far. And I do know that it differs down in the States. I know even like state to state, there are different rules on certain coins. That's why I know some people say, oh, I only pick up the American Silver Eagles in my state because anywhere else I have to pay extra tax on it. And as I'm not too sure which states are like that and which states have the worst taxes associated with the bullion. But I came across this article and it was pretty interesting, and it seemed like it was more of like a federal thing, getting rid of the federal taxes, so those state taxes still might apply for certain things. Like I said, I don't live down in the States, and especially I don't live in a state that has specific taxes on certain things, so I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't know a lot about it. But I did want to talk about this article that I saw because it is affecting the federal taxes. So it'll be for everybody, and then you just have to consult what your state's stuff is still doing, if they're changing or if they're staying the same. But anyways, like I said, I came across this article and I thought it would be pretty interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the computer and quickly show it to you. Okay, so this is the article that I found here. It's on Money Metals, and the article down here says Congressman Moody introduces bill to end federal taxes on gold and silver. So I'm just going to go down here a little bit. What does it say here? The Monetary Metals Tax Neutrality Act, backed by the Sound Money Defense League and free market activists, could clarify that the sale or exchange of precious metals, bullions, and coins are not to be included in capital gains, losses, or any type of federal income calculation. It says right here, my view, which is backed by language in the U.S. Constitution, is that gold and silver coins are money and are legal tender. Representative Mooney said. I usually don't read through the whole thing, but this is a fairly quick article, and I really don't have too much of my personal opinion to add to it. I just thought it was a cool article talking about the proposed tax breaks here, so I'm just going to continue on. If they are indeed U.S. money, it seems there should be no taxes on them at all, so why are we taxing these coins as collectibles? It says, acting unilaterally, Internal Revenue Services bureaucrats have placed gold and silver in the same collectibles category as artwork, Beanie Babies, and baseball cards, a classification that subjects the monetary metals to a discriminatorily high long-term capital gains tax of 28%. Wow, didn't know it was that big down in the States. Don't know what it is up in Canada. I'm sure by the time I actually go to sell my whole collection, I'm sure that Canada might have a federal tax kind of like this with the capital gains. I have to look into that. Like I said, as far as picking up and buying things like regular silver and gold bullion, I'm not subject to many taxes on the purchasing side, but when it comes time to sell, I'm going to have to definitely look into all the taxes up in Canada to make sure that I'm not going to be getting a knock on the door from any revenue services. And continuing on, it says sound money activists have long pointed out it is inappropriate to apply any federal income tax, regardless of the rate, against the only kind of money named in the U.S. Constitution. And the IRS has never defended how its position squares up with the current law. Furthermore, the U.S. Mint continuously mints coins of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, and gives each of these coins a legal tender value denominated in U.S. dollars. This formal status as U.S. money further underscores the peculiarity of the IRS's tax treatment. As a tax-neutral measure, the Monetary Metals Tax Neutrality Act states that no gain or loss shall be recognized on the sale or exchange of gold, silver, platinum, or palladium minted and issued by the Secretary at any time. Or 2, refined gold or silver bars, coins, rounds, or ingots which have valued primarily based on their metal content and not their form. So it's including coins and just regular, bullion stuff here, like they're saying the rounds and the ingots. It's not just the coins that have the denomination from the U.S. Mint as, legal tender. They're also including just the regular gold and silver metals that come in the generic forms, like the bars and the rounds there. It says, under current IRS policy, a taxpayer who sells his precious metals may end up with capital gain in terms of Federal Reserve notes and must pay federal income tax on this gain. But the capital gain is not necessarily a real gain. It is often a nominal gain that simply results from the inflation created by the Federal Reserve and the attended decline in the Federal Reserve notes dollars purchasing power. And then going down here a little bit further, it says, under Representative Mooney's bill, precious metal gains and losses would not be included in any calculations of a taxpayer's federal income tax. So I'm not going to continue down a little bit more. There's just a couple more paragraphs here. It's basically just kind of recapping it. I will leave a link in the description if you want to read through the entire article. But this is the most that I've actually read just straight from the article on a video. I usually don't like doing that, but on something like this, it's not really an article where I have too much to add to it with the this proposed tax bill change. I just thought it was a pretty interesting topic for the community, the silver stacking community, especially because I see from my analytics that the majority of people watching my videos are in the States. So I thought that this might be a pretty interesting video for you to see if you didn't come across this article on it by yourself. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this will help out people who have been affected by the unnecessary tax on the gold and silver bullion. I do know, like I said in the beginning there, I've seen people saying that they only get the American Silver Eagles because of those tax problems. It just financially makes sense to stick with the Eagles so you don't have to pay those extra taxes. But hopefully if this bill goes through and it's passed and they lift the taxes federally on the silver and gold bullion, the people that were hamstrung a little bit early on, maybe they can spread their wings a little bit. They don't have to keep picking up the Eagles. Not saying the Eagles are bad, but for the amount of time that they're saying they can only stack Eagles because of the limiting taxes, I think it'll be fun for a lot of people to be able to go out, whether they're local coin shops or the online bullion dealers, and just start picking out some of the coins that they've wanted for a while. Obviously, there is a difference between stacking what you want and stacking what's best. With the taxes in place, stacking what's best was obviously the American Silver Eagles. But say, you really, really wanted another piece of silver, but you just can't justify those taxes. Now you can go ahead and pick that one up, you know what I mean? So you'll be able to combine things that you want with things that are best, because it will the Venn diagram will cross over now with the elimination of those taxes. But yeah, let me know down in the comments whether this is going to be affecting you big time. Like I said, not me. I live up in Canada, so you might live in Australia or over in England where this isn't going to be affecting you too much. But let me know if you're live down in the States and you're looking to increase the variety and the diversity of your stack once these taxes are lifted, or if the bill gets passed and the taxes are lifted. Let me know if you're still just going to stick with the American Silver Eagles and you're not going to be having a wandering eye looking for other different pieces to add to your stack. But yeah, this was just a quick little short video. I thought this was a pretty interesting topic, so I'm just going to finish it off now. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.